That's why I stuck to really small amounts, like 15 minutes. And it would stick. And then I would make her practice. And then I did stupidness like throw the rings and make her dive under to get it. And those things all helped her now be comfortable
in the water and
underwater and doing
yes.
that.
Yeah.
So she basically learned how to swim without lessons, because the lessons to me,
they're useless.
Don't do much. You know, like I don't know about other places. And I know there's
they don't.
Private places that do much better.
Private lessons are better.
Yeah.
Because it's a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Or usually if you have 2 kids, it's 2, but it's not a group.
Right.
I find that swimming lessons in a group, you got like 5 or 6
Well,
kids.
there's one kid going this way,
yeah,
one
and
kid
then they're
going that
like,
way.
hey,
They start going all over the place.
Come over here, Nathan.
And they spend,
Nathan, don't go. It's like, yo.
They spend most of the time trying to corral the kids instead of being able to teach them. That's the...
Yeah.
See, the older lady that used to teach the thing, as soon as you strayed away, out of the pool, and she made full on like 4-year-olds just sit there and watch like half a lesson. And then she's like, "Are you ready to come back in and listen?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And they'd come in and they'd listen. Like she was so perfect.
Yeah, because you gotta know, you gotta have the tactic. Yeah, you gotta have a little.
Well, you gotta have the balls to do it, because some of the young kids nowadays don't want to hurt the kids' feelings, or they might be afraid that the parent says, "Why did you sit my kid out?" Because your fucking kid wasn't listening, right?
Yeah.
Like,
what do I?
And they're afraid to say it.
How do I feel about feelings?
Fuck your feelings. That's the motto of the show.
Yes.
Like, fuck your feelings.
Yeah, I don't care how you feel.
Yeah.
You come here to learn.
Yeah, if I was a teacher, like that's the thing in Noel's Jiu-Jitsu too. Breaking off topic for a second, because I never do this, break off topic. But never. In Noel's Jiu-Jitsu, there's a couple teachers who are just really nice. And they don't say too much and do whatever. They're a little bit strict. But they don't. But there's a couple of teachers who are also, they're like, nope, side, sit, watch. You know, make them sit on the side and watch and stuff like that. Like, I like that. Get mad at them. You know, like, you're supposed they're supposed to listen, man. You're like, and if you don't like, talk to my child differently. Okay, take your kid somewhere else where they'll be talked to different. We're in a place where your kid acting out takes away from the other kids trying to learn.
Exactly.
So no, we're not stopping to talk different. It's you listen or you sit. That's the only thing. I don't care if your kid is sad about sitting. Sit the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or listen. You know, and you as a parent shouldn't be defending the kid in that point. You should come and be like, see, you should have listened.
Yes.
If you wouldn't have sat out
had you listened. But you didn't listen.
Yeah, but then there's parents that are like, oh, my kid felt this way because you did this and and good. That's what they're supposed to feel.
You know what I tell those parents?
Fuck your feelings.
No. You can go sit on the side.
Yeah.
You go sit on the side.
Too.
And when you're ready to talk to me properly, you can come back talk to me. Go sit on the side.
When you're ready to actually discipline your kid.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on?
No. That's a side story.
We live in.
That's a side story, but I've seen it happen. So
that's the world we live in now, guy.
Bro, it's horrible. I tell teachers, yell at my kid. I don't care. If they're misbehaving, you have my permission to yell at them.
Yeah.
You know, and make sure that they listen. And if they don't respond to that, then you tell me. And then I will yell at them. You know?
Yes.
or maybe worse. But they will listen. You know? Yeah. I say they. I only have one, but you know she will listen.
You get 2 of these, and you're like, "Hey,
yeah, I don't want."
Sorry, Daddy.
She don't want that again, and so she's gonna stop it and she's gonna listen, right?
Yeah.
But it's because I grew her up like that. She will not behave like that in a place, right?
What is really hard, I find, is they like to mimic the other children.
Yeah.
So when you have a group of these unruly children and then your child goes there, sometimes they get little balls.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, everybody else is doing it. And then they do that. But you see me now.
Yeah.
Yo, it's funny because my kids will do that shit. But then this is what they do.
Rick, what's up?
They'll start acting up.
Yeah.
And then out of the crowd, they peep their head up and they look for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
They remember, oh, Daddy's there.
And then when they see me, they pretend like they didn't see me.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I've at Noel's Jiu-Jitsu class, I've clear like, like once or twice. She was younger when she started too, so like she is a kid, so she will stray off a touch.
Yeah.
But then from across it, like there's other kids running wild, nothing. Noelle starts to stray off and do something, and you'll hear it clearly, Noelle. That's me. I'm just like, hey, and she's like,
yeah,
and when she sees me, I'm just like, and then she'll run back to the wall where she's supposed to and sit quiet,
Right.
And I'm like, it doesn't matter what the kids are doing.
That's the thing, though.
I parent.
The thing is that when I go places now and I see these kids acting like this,
Yeah.
and the parents just sit there and do nothing. I can't do that. When I'm someplace like, and my child is supposed to be learning, and they are playing with your child, and you two are being unruly, it's always like, yo, and then they look over, and I'm like, yo, are you supposed to be doing that? No. Well, then stop. Okay. You know what I mean?
Rick says I never had kids because I'd probably have unalived one if they ever backed on me. And Andrew said, which is sadder, being on timeout, like in a pool, or just putting them in the deep end without learning how to swim. But
No.
yeah, like there's never a point where I know that was a joke, but there's never a point where you're like, like gonna think. But you have to find a tactic with your kid. There's always a tactic that will work with your kid.
Oh yeah.
Because the flicks don't work with everybody.
No.
But something else might, maybe a pinch or maybe something like that.
So this is my tactic. So my daughter, even my son, they were really getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
So what I did.
So much so that they made your pet peeve this week. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did is when I finally had enough.
Yeah.
Timeout. I was doing the whole timeout thing, and it wasn't really working.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. I went in the kitchen. I grabbed 2 large black garbage bags, and I grabbed every single one of their toys, and I put it in. And actually, it took me about 4 garbage bags.
Yeah.
And I put all their toys, not all the toys. I put all the toys that I know they like to play with.
Yeah.
And I put them in the garbage bag. And I said to them, if you guys continue to piss me off, I'm gonna take these 2 or these 4 bags to the dump.
Yeah.
If you want to get your toys back, you have to start behaving, and I'll give you back 1 toy a day. So I'm down to 2 garbage bags.
Yeah. Nice. Yo,
And
this is psychological warfare, bro.
But
yeah.
If you manage to mess up again, I take back the toy.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm at 2.
Yeah.
Because they had got it down to 1, and then they started acting up again.
You start taking
and
more
then I
away.
said, all right, I'm going to go get the other garbage bag. And I filled it back up again. And now we're at 2.
Nice.
And if you piss me off again, I will make it 4.
I may have told this story on the show before, but I'll just tell it again. There was a time when my kid had a tantrum.
Right.
And she lost it, and it was just like there's nothing that we can do. So you let them go through it, pick them up, walk straight out of where we were. We were in Niagara Falls, at the falls.
Right.
Put her over my shoulder, walked all the way back to the hotel. She kept going. It was such a crazy time that I was just like, we're not staying. Like, we packed up and we drove all the way back home. Right. Packed up. Like, by the time she had slept in the car on the way back and all that, she woke up the sweetest little thing in the world.
Of
She
course.
probably was super tired, needed some sleep or whatever, couldn't handle it. But there was no reasoning with her at one point.
Don't care.
So yeah, I didn't care. Whatever.
It's not my problem.
Put her in the car.
You figure it out.
We drove all the way back.
Yeah.
I gathered all of her toys, put them in a bag, and waited for garbage day. And we sat out on the porch. We sat out on the porch and watched the garbage man throw all of her toys in the garbage and drive it away. Yep. My house was beautifully clean for like a few months because but guess who never had a tantrum again?
Your daughter.
Right. No beatings, no nothing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I psychologically broke her.
Yes.
I was like, you act like that again, you will have nothing. Nothing. And
Listen.
then the thing that people don't get, in order to win that fight is to follow through on it.
That's the problem.
You have to.
You can't false or hollow threats, guy.
Right. You have to follow through on what you say. If I say I'm going to throw out everything, I mean I'm going to throw out everything. I don't care how much money we spent on it. I don't care whatever it costs. I don't care if your grandmother gave that to you and it's all special and whatever. I don't care. None of that means anything to me because guess what? My house is an absolute wreck. Jay knows. He goes upstairs and the place looks like a fucking tornado hit it. You know,
my house is the same way.
And I clean it up, and then I have the thing looking beautiful.
And then your kids come in,
and then like
they're like,
a day later,
Daddy, the house looks so clean.
Yeah. But and a day later it's just gone. And then like my house was looking kind of clean, and then a friend of mine gave me 4 bags of clothes, which I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the clothes because
the paper.
She grows all the time and buying her clothes constantly. Anyhow, I'm grateful, but guess where they're all sitting now? In the living room. Spread out everywhere because she digs through the bags to find the things she likes to wear, and whatever. So that might be a little bit on me to organize that and get it out of there. But the thing is that it's just a constant flow of that, right?
Right.
And that shit starts to wear on you when you come home and your house just looks like an absolute tornado every time. You know what I mean? Or it does me anyway. Some people don't care, but it does me.
Yeah.
Right? Like I need it just at least neat. You know, my place is clean, but doesn't look it. If that makes sense. The place is clean.
You have a child.
Yeah. So I had a friend come over one time and told me, I was like, I'm sorry for the mess, whatever. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, your place looks lived in. She goes, it feels like home when I'm in here. She goes, because my house, you think my house is clean? You come over and my house looks beautifully clean. But it's not like that. Because as soon as you leave, the kids tear it all up again. And she goes, this is how I live.
No, as soon as you leave, I open the cupboard.
Yeah.
Everything falls out.